Errol, you became the first guy since '02 to notch 300 tackles in your career, long career here in Starkville. I'm just curious what we talked a little bit to you the last week, I think, about
Yeah.
your time in Starkville, whatever. But I'm just curious what that means to you to get that milestone and your time at Mississippi State.
It's really a blessing. That was something I looked at before the season, and something I wanted to accomplish. You know, I knew it would be a kind of a push with a 10-game season. So it's really just a blessing, and I'm very, thankful for my time here and, my coaching, Coach Arnett, and he's put me in great positions all year, so to accomplish that. So just a blessing, really.
Ben?
You kind of mentioned Coach Arnett, but in terms of what he's done for you guys as a defense, what has he kind of meant to you guys at this point in the season, from where you guys started at, with all kind of the young pieces that you had to being able to make the plays that you guys are making tonight and kind of through the end of the season?
He's been everything. Coach Arnett, I mean, he's a great coach. He's probably, this is a bold statement, but probably the greatest, the best defensive coordinator I've had, and I'm willing to say that because I played for a lot of coaches. But he's a great coach. He comes in every day, he puts the time in, he puts the work in, and he won't tell you that, but he really does put the work and the time in behind the scenes. So we're really just feeding off of him, and we're kind of like the finishing product, but still a long way to go.
Joel?
Errol, you guys have been so good against the run this year, and I think Bigsby had 190-something yards tonight on the ground and things. I guess just from your perspective, is that just kind of a hat tip to him, or just from your perspective, what was kind of the issues tonight stopping them on the ground?
Really, it's just a hat tip. I feel like me personally, I think it's just a hat tip to them. I feel like they did a lot of great things and schemed up, a lot of great things. And but I mean, it was a pretty challenging game. It was pretty neck and neck the whole game, even though he did, rush for whatever you just said. But I feel like hats off to those guys, really.
We'll go back to Robbie.
Errol, you've had so many different defensive schemes that you've been in, 3-3-5, 3-4-4-3, and all that. But your role's pretty much stayed the same throughout. You've been kind of the constant of the defense every single year. How have you tried to leave your stamp on this defense and Mississippi State over your career?
Just being a guy that leads by example. When I first got here, I really didn't talk much. I mean, a lot of people would tell you that. But I always try to, lead by example, just try to be the guy who, gives it my all every day without saying a lot. And I kind of grown into that vocal leader over the last couple of years. But just really I want to leave my mark. I feel like I've left my mark as a guy who leads by example. And, I'm really thankful for that.
Ben?
Errol, I kind of asked Austin this too, but in terms of this season, between all the COVID stuff and being tested all the time and kind of watching what you guys are doing, do you guys feel like you guys are, want to keep going, want to play a bowl game? Or, I mean, how has that kind of been in terms of that balance?
I mean, I feel like the guys, we want to play a bowl game, of course. It's always good. I mean, we came here to play football, so why not? I mean, we might as well finish it out strong. Our training staff is doing a great job with the, COVID and everything like that, and we've had it under control, for a little bit this year. So I feel like they have a great plan. I mean, why not? I feel like we would be ready to play a bowl game.
Anything else for Errol? Joel?
We asked you this the other day, Errol. I know that you haven't made any kind of decision between then and now, but what will be kind of your decision-making process like? Just play out this season and then talk to who you need to talk to, or just what's kind of going through your mind as far as deciding what's next for you?
Really just finishing out the season really strong, and just getting with my family after next week, and really just deciding what the best thing for me to do in the future. So just after next week,